Amanda Sanju.
Tuesday Blue, and we're gonna talk about Ghostbusters, the lady version.
All right then.
Yeah. So I know you loved it.
I absolutely loved it. I got to see it during a test screening, and then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got to see it earlier than everybody else, and I loved it. I made sure that they knew that I loved it. I went to go see it a couple extra times.
Nice. Yeah, it took me like 4 months to finally commit to watching it because I was afraid it was going to be the worst thing ever. Because I felt very like pandered to as a woman that it's an all-female Ghostbusters. But I was pleasantly surprised to be wrong.
Yeah. I was always more of a fan of the second one than the first one. And I think this one is by far better than the first two. But that's just me.
Well, that's kind of blasphemous. But I did like all of the homage that they paid. I thought that was great, that it was kind of slipped in there. Yeah, it was like, I had so many moments of like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
I don't know. I feel like if you're being honest with yourself, if you take out Slimer and Stay Puft and Gozer, if you take out the big things that everybody loved about the first movie, that movie is really just Bill Murray's Venkman being kind of a douche.
What I really liked was that all the women... It's very easy to make a movie starring women and have it be very catty, that they like don't like each other. So I like that they went a completely different route. They're all on the same team, as they should try to get along, even when they do bicker. And I really like that because I think it's different than what we're used to seeing and what's kind of normalized in movies.
Yeah, or just having a normal like girl disagreement where they have the disagreement at the beginning of the movie. It's not. The stupid, you slept with my boyfriend, you took my man.
Yeah, they're super awkward at times and totally funny and bizarre at the same time.
Kate
but they're
McKinnon.
real. Yeah, or like Kristen Wiig with her crush on Chris Hemsworth. Like, that's something that we all do.
That's me in the dating pool, period.
Like, our awkwardness is fully out there. It's not flattering. It's kind of weird. It's uncomfortable at times.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I thought I laughed so hard each time she tried to, like, make it happen with him because if I haven't been that woman... You know, I don't know who has.
Yeah. So they felt like different, genuine women rather than just the stock characters that you get with women.
Isn't it weird to be like, wow, I really like that because it's so unusual, right?
Yeah. I do think that they took it a little over the top with Chris Hemsworth being the
dumb sexy dude.
Exactly. Because I know that there is some sort of point to that it's like playing up to all of the usual typical female roles in these kind of movies. But I think that they went really heavy-handed with it. I know that there was a lot of stuff with Leslie Jones when they first released the trailer about her being the typical black woman cast. And then they went back and said, well, actually, this role was written for Melissa McCarthy. And then they switched because Leslie Jones fits the role, and she does fit the role. But I liked the tweak that they made that they didn't do with Winston in the first one. Unlike Winston, who is just the typical character that you explain everything to so the audience knows what's happening, Leslie comes in and she actually knows about the city of New York, so she becomes a useful member of the team. She's funny as hell, and she brings that. She brings the goofiness to the science part of it. Science.
Yeah, right. But she's more like of a lay person.
Yeah, she's not the lay person that's dead weight and you don't understand why they're not there or why they're there to begin with.
She has something to offer.
Yeah, exactly. She knows the city. They use her as a resource. That's why she's brought into this. It makes sense.
The inner workings of the subway.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Give it a shot.
Yeah, if you still haven't watched it, take my word for it. I was totally convinced I was going to absolutely hate it. Loved it. Had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye.